You know what it means to hold sadness without words, to feel danger that hasn't yet arrived, to sense the turning of a soul long before a mouth dares to speak it. And while the world calls this too much, Jung might have called it psychic attunement. What others suppress you feel, what others avoid, you carry, what others numb you listen to, and somewhere inside all that heaviness, you built something rare: empathy with discernment, compassion with clarity, love with limits. Midway through your awakening, you'll look back and see it clearly. Every meltdown you had was a message. Every shutdown was a boundary your soul enforced when your mind didn't know how. Every collapse was secretly an upgrade, a moment where your Sisson said, "This version of you cannot continue. We need more truth." You thought you were broken, but you were blooming, in darkness, in silence, in the sacred soil of your own undoing. This is the gift behind the curse. You see people, truly, not for what they show, but for what they bury, not for how loud they talk, but for what their silence screams. And not everyone has that gift. Jung knew that deep feeling was the doorway to transformation, not just for the self, but for others. He said, "A good half of every treatment that probes deeply consists in the doctor examining himself. And whether or not you call yourself a healer, your presence alone has always shifted the room. Even when you said nothing, that's the power no one warned you about. The power of being attuned to what others can't hold, of making others feel seen without performing, of carrying wisdom not through study, but through lived pain. And that's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be honored and protected, because it is rare and real and needed. But now, the lesson is not just how to feel, it's how to live, how to walk in the world without drowning in it, how to use the sensitivity you once hated as a compass instead of a curse. You don't need to numb it, you don't need to escape it,